first one.
Wow. This woman is amazing. Marcia Fraser is the mother of Mario Dean. Is now reportedly nursing what is described as bittersweet emotions after a judge ruled that the two men who pleaded guilty to manslaughter in relation to her son's death in 2014 should be released. This woman has been, protesting outside of the Barnett Street police station on August 3 every year since her son passed. And she is still apparently laying blame for what happened to her son at the feet of the police. Yesterday, she said, honestly, I have a mixed feeling. I'm kind of happy that the families got the men, but the next thing is that I'm seeing them get happy even with tears, and then I know I'm not going to see my son again. This was moments after High Court Justice Glenn Brown made his ruling at the St. James Circuit Court. Brown had ordered that Marvin Orr and Adrian Morgan, who were previously charged with murder but who pleaded guilty to the lesser charge of manslaughter on Wednesday, should serve 5 years and 6 months in prison. However, having spent 6 years behind bars since the incident in 2014, he ruled that the men were free to go. Yeah, that's rough.
It's for time served.
Yeah, because they were there for the 2014 to now is what?
Yeah, 6 years.
6 years.
And they got 5.
So I guess as Jamaicans would have said, it squits out. But that's tough for her, I mean.
It is. But there is still a trial coming up for the 3 police officers. That's on September 21. Corporal Elaine Stewart, Constables Juliana Cleven and Marlon Grant, and they were arrested following that incident, and they were charged with manslaughter, misconduct in a public office, and perverting the course of justice. So the mom says she's anxiously awaiting to see what happens in that one. But again, it's been a while, but condolences, Mom, and to the family of something that I don't think you get over. I think it's something that probably you learn to deal with after a while.
Learn to live with.
Yeah, but it's not something I think you can get over.
Especially if you don't get justice.
Yeah, and losing that child must be the... Whew, I don't know, boy. I don't know. Anyway, little happier thought here. Toniann Singh, the reigning Miss World, will reign an extra year because there won't be a Miss World competition this year. And because of that, the local franchise holders won't have a Miss Jamaica World, or is it Miss World Jamaica? How you say it?
Jamaica World.
Miss Jamaica World this year. So she reigns an extra year. And our co-franchise holder, Western Houghton, said based on the decision that there won't be a Miss World, it will not make any sense crowning a local queen for 2020. So he says it is difficult to scout contestants and the sponsorship is almost non-existent anyway. So they will do this next year.
Is this the first time this has ever happened?
As far as I can remember.
We're one person reign for 2 years.
We have,
I don't think it's in the article, but I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of it happening before.
That's true. Anyway, so I don't know. Should I say congrats that you may reign another year, or is more work for her, or?
It's more work, and I guess more of an ability for her to make her mark, make an impact in her area of what do you call it? The area she's focusing on. I think it was motherhood, teenage pregnancy.
Okay.
That was her local project. Not sure what she's doing in terms of on the international scene.
Yeah. What's next?
Minister of Local Government and Community Development. Oh boy, I don't know how many times he's going to say this. The Honorable Desmond McKenzie is encouraging and advising party promoters to seek the necessary permits before hosting events, and he's warning that a lack of compliance could force the government to take action against the entertainment sector. His warning comes as the ministry's team of protocol wardens have discovered an outdoor event being advertised in the corporate area that is in breach of protocols. I would like to suggest humbly that is more than one.
Yeah.
It's several.
Apparently that event, he says, has no approval from the case AMC, he says. I don't know if it's a paid event or anything, but you wouldn't want to pay your money, and then after 2 minutes, them come.
I'm sure it's a party.
No, I mean, like you have to pay to go in or something, and then after you start, them just come lock it down and say, well, you have to leave and you lose your money. So I hope they're either going to get the permission or it's not going to happen. And pension, as the youth them say, COVID still a keep.
It's still a keep.
Yeah, so we have to be careful, you know.
And according to the mayor, anyone who attempts to stage an event at the marketplace over this weekend without the requisite approval, this one time I'm going to say that event keep. Direct quote. So
again, unless they would have got the
permits before.
Yeah, before. So let's see what happens.
Personally, this weekend is a big.
Yeah, because people having things all over. Personally, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. It's in the newspaper, so you could read about what's going on with our sprinter. So I don't think I'm going to spend too much more time on that one, but it's in the newspaper. It's kind of personal, and I know we have our job to do, but I kind of decide to leave it alone. But it's in the newspaper if you want to know what's happening with our sprinter. What's the next one?
Low-cost housing. I think there was a picture the other day where a newly built home was handed over to a St. Thomas resident under the Housing Opportunity Production and Employment Program. The Prime Minister is defending the government's procurement policies that I guess led to the pricing of this home. He's committed to launching a design competition for low-cost housing options, but he's insisting that his administration would adhere to the strictures of government policy in order to maintain transparency. Added costs, he said, include procurement, legal, and administrative fees. This was at a handover ceremony in Old Harbour Bay in St. Catherine on Thursday. Yeah.
You know, some of the things we take for granted. I don't know if you saw the story with this lady who never had a home, never had running water. I can't remember the community. And she was recently given a home. She had 8 kids, I think. That's a big story. It was all over. And when they asked her how she felt, what she was thinking, and she said, I can get a shower. You know? She says, I can have a shower. I mean, if you saw her face, I mean, she said, I can have she said, running water, I can have a shower. I mean, I nearly started crying. I mean, I was so happy for her, but the things we take for granted, that, I mean, I guess everybody in them life take a shower all the while. And when she said it, I kind of say, you know what? Why? I was so happy for her. And all these folks, even if it's low cost, I mean, to have a roof over your head is something amazing, believe me, because there are so many people who don't. If you think back to what we do at Christmas,
wish list.
Wish list. I remember we got a letter years ago that the lady said she had like 4 kids and they were like 12 and stuff like that. And she said they had never slept on a bed, never in their life sleep on a bed. It was sponge and stuff like that, you know. And we have some great viewers who, you know, hear things like that and they will come in. But the things,
the people who ask for chicken, so they can know what meat tastes like.
Man. Somebody said they just wanted a meal on Christmas for the family because they never had that. Stuff like that. You know, I get in goosebumps talking about it, but it's kind of rough for some people. So anytime we can help anybody, we can help. You need to help. I know I bless myself a lot, and every time I pass the homeless people, I kind of just go like that and say, "Why, Father, look after them." I can't imagine. I mean, even in the rain, and you're out in the rain, and you don't have a shirt, and you know, you don't have no food. Whew. Well, so we must give thanks for, as they say, small blessings. Because to me, no blessing, no really small.
Big.
All of them
Those
huge.
are big mercies.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on?
We're heading over to Studio
B.
B. The news. I'll be right back.